Welcome, viewers, back to Heart of the Machine, where we have 33 turns left on a military invasion, and we are currently working toward Wastelander genome repair, repairing the genome of the Wastelanders, giving them the ability to reproduce once more. For some reason, we really like these guys. Yeah, let's see what it takes. We're on turn 302. We're gonna get a good view somewhere. I don't see much of interest happening in the world, honestly, right now. We do have a dragon over here and what looked like the Chrysler building. Oh, yeah, look at that. Chrysler building. Dragon. Fantastic. Let's get this guy in action this game. 303. Alright, there's some action happening over here. It looks like just some security force maybe dealing with the invasion. Forcible soldiers over that way. Let's continue our plan of dropping more bulk reagents. How did this bulk combat unit get damaged? Interesting. Yeah, bulk nickel bots. Let's drop a few more bulk nickel bots. We're out of troops though, but like I said, this Keanu. You know what? Bulk Keanu. Really not winning any awards. We might scrap some others just to be able to plant them around. We can drop them right out of our troop ship, it turns out. Troop ship. Bulk. Drop one. Oh, we drop one right here. And maybe another one. No, up here? Yeah, look at that. They're shooting. Let's move the ship before we drop another one. Let's also take a look at how we're doing on genome repair. We did do 12% in one turn, so that's like 9 turns to complete. Medical care, molecular genetics research, epidemiology, they're all progressing nicely. We'll take a look next turn. For now, let's see where we can move this ship to help fight this war. We've got Forciber over here. They're getting shot at by our troops. I can't deselect. Right, there we go. This forcible soldier is sad. He's getting wasted. These 3 aren't getting attacked, so it looks like we need to send something up there. We could also be collecting cats. We might as well be collecting cats while we're running around doing this. This battle looks fairly pitched. I think we'll probably view that at end turn, but for now, let's get this ship somewhere useful. Maybe way up here. Maybe do one more move. Actually, never mind. What we're going to do is drop a nickel bot. Yeah. Put a nickel bot here. How many more of those can we make? Capacity required 3. What is our remaining capacity? Oh, we're over capacity. Damn. Let's go ahead and scrap some of the bulks back toward home. Yeah, let's get rid of these. Combat units are worth a few nickel bots. Yeah, 2 nickel bots per combat unit. I think our nickel bots are fairly effective at this point. We're gonna keep moving the ship around and dropping nickel bots around the city in various places where they can be of use. It's hard to fly through this city though with all these tall buildings. Kind of want to get over here somewhere. How close are we to the edge? Pretty close. We'll drop a nickel bot. This one can stand on top of a tall building for us and hopefully not get destroyed. Maybe we'll set 2 down out here. One more mental energy. I don't know what we're gonna do. Because we're gonna send these guys over to meet up with the dragon. Hopefully we get to see what the dragon can do soon. Maybe in turn 304? 6 enemy attacks planned this turn. Okay, they found our nickel bot. Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate. He is going to destroy one this turn. So he'll survive. We might have to find him and repair him. This forcible soldier is also dying. Where are the other enemy attacks? 2 there. Maybe 3 here. And 1 way over here. So it's all nickel bots getting shot. It looks like they're fighting back though. Forcible soldiers are gonna die. That's a squad of 27. Down here, yep, they found us down here as well. Looks like the Sec Force teams are taking care of the raptors and then coming after us. Yeah, we're gonna lose some Nicobots, no big deal. None of them this turn. We could probably save this one. Let's send the squad down that way. Okay, they turn their attention to us. We do have a ship full of predators. These predators have horrifying attacks that they can use on Sec Force that isn't fearless. And that incapacitates them and makes me feel better about murdering. Because, you know, we're just scaring them off, right? I don't know what a horrify attack is. Something scary, I imagine. Oops. Wrong one selected. Let's get you. And we're just going to tell this guy to leave our friends alone. And then we might as well heal here. Get that ship fully healed. We're down to 3 enemy attacks planned. 3 of those enemy attacks they're all doing damage to Nicobots. But in both cases, well, in this case, this Nicobot will survive and take the other one out, but I guess we're out of moves there, so I guess we'll just let it happen. We do have 8 moves left. Let's not just let it happen. Let's see if we can save him. We will do some battle recharge on the Sirius. Send it over closer. We probably want to do battle recharge twice. We have got the Sirius in trouble before doing this, so I do want to be careful. And we can horrify from here. We're just out of range there. I guess we're going to jump out with Predator T-67B. We'll do a horrify attack. And then we'll jump back in. Look at that. Now this long-range sniper is shooting at a forcible soldier way over here and assisting with the overkill. I think the plan is beginning to work. Let's turn to turn 305 and see how much closer we get to Wastelander genome repair. There's a lot of stuff being shot. That wasn't us, though. That was the forcible soldier moving toward us, I think. Let's see. Ooh. We have another one of these things. Ah, and it's in range of the Neptune. TYS Neptune is happy to spend some more money on large bore armor-piercing rounds and take that thing out with a couple 3 shots. Nobody seems to mind. Might as well get a fresh identity while we're at it, just so nobody starts shooting at us. 2 enemy attacks planned way closer to our house. Luckily, this is just the Sec Force in Lurpeco, and maybe we should figure out what this other place is named. Lurpeco there, and this is Budbill Farms. This is actually mining site 509. Did it change? I swear it was a different name last time. Lurpeco Minerals, and this is Budbill Farms from ASCII Solutions, so these must be ASI. Yep. There. Trust the first name in solutions. Trust ASCII. And look at that. We've pretty much stopped the invasion. There's like 1 war raptor here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to kill a war raptor with a dragon. Just for fun. We do have 12 mental energy. Let's bring it over here. Right there. Seems safe. Didn't break anything. And if we do an attack, yeah, it's going to kill it. Sorry, War Raptor, your time was up. Okay, well, we do a lot of damage to small single targets. We're gonna go back into mercurial form so we're hidden. And hopefully we find some more things to shoot. Otherwise, we're just going to be speeding through turns. 9 left. There's not really anything to do, so I am going to speed through these. I suppose we could, before doing that, we could just double check. We have plenty of bulk combat units. This guy here, maybe we get someone over here to repair you. Does look like that troop carrier is stuck, doesn't it? We can send a carrier over to repair you. Over here, right? Yeah. Maybe twice. Yep. Twice was almost enough to repair him. He's still damaged. The repair on that thing is not so good. We'll get back here and switch to turn 306. Yep, the Sec Force are getting popped like grapes. But they keep coming. Squad of 6, 1 enemy attack plan. That's the only one. 29 turns left in the military invasion. We're halfway done with the genome repair. Yeah, let's just speed through it. There's literally nothing to do. I guess we'll check contemplations one more time. Why did that not repair you? Oh, you have a lot of hit points. That's why it didn't repair you. It just doesn't do very much. One more time and... well, no, you are... it's going to take a few more times. Or is it? Yeah, 80%. We need a couple more. But yeah, we don't have enough, so that was a waste. I think a better... the repair that this guy puts out is pretty low. I wonder if the androids put out better repair. I don't know, let's turn to turn 307 since nothing's happening here. Watch some more of these guys get blown up. There's a couple trees in this park or farm next to our house. Lovely. Nobody attacking this time. 61% on the genome repair. We're lagging behind on molecular genetics as predicted. Good. No new contemplations. Just this one, the revelation. We're saving that for a timeline 2 because it explicitly says in here that you're going to lose everything you ever valued. We have a really nice setup here. We're going to keep this. Hopefully this timeline carries our intelligence class to 4 through the next couple timelines. Not sure what happens to your intelligence. I guess it probably drops. Who knows? What's the point of being a multi-time intelligence if it doesn't carry over somehow, though? Yeah, nothing else to do here. 61%. No attacks planned whatsoever. I guess we could just try to stir up trouble. Let's put you on board the Lion, and let's send the Lion over toward that Nickelbot and see if we get better repair results with... ooh, there's a nuclear power plant there. Let's see if we get better repair results with this one. No, that's 39, but what about this one? Not use while riding in a vehicle. Deploy first. Still takes 4 mental energy. Yeah, that definitely repairs better. Oh, its repair strength is from engineering skill. It says it right there. Okay. Got it. We will put you back on the vehicle. We will send the vehicle back home. Hopefully without getting it killed. And we're going to hop the tech out just so he's available. But... yeah, there it goes. Okay. That was a little confusing interactively. Turn 307. Let's go to turn 308 and see if we can get this war underway. There's really nothing happening here except a bunch of ships flying by. Some of them are flying at any rate. We're still stealing furniture. Love it. 27 turns left, 71%. Nothing to do except for advanced turns. Very odd. That sounded like a pretty serious explosion. We didn't lose anything, but it was a new delivery of troops. Great. There is something to do again. We also have 26 turns left, 77% of the way to Wastelander genome repair. It looks like we're almost done with the molecular genetics. Oh, we're done with the medical care, but that doesn't let us shift any buildings over. Okay, we'll see what happens next turn. Let's see if we can get involved in this fight, since there's nothing else to do. Alright, way over here, we could probably drop some bulk androids before we do anything else. Is that true? Do we have any room for those left? We'd probably have to drop some bulk combat units or bulk predators like these guys. Yeah, let's leave one there on our tower, but we don't need a second one. These guys are way overkill. Deter and defend. On the other hand, maybe they're giving deterrence over something important here. I don't want to just willy-nilly remove bulks, I guess. So maybe we're not going to do anything with that. Instead, let's get a little closer. Before we do that, maybe turn off your defective marking with a fresh identity, just so they don't immediately shoot at us. And we'll get closer and try to target the Vorsaber troops in there with our predators. They are Vorsaber, right? Yep, squad of 74 Vorsaber soldiers focused on kicking out enemies. Squad of 99 and a squad of 82. Let's start with the big one. 99. Unfortunately, Horrify is not going to work here, so we're just doing straight damage. It takes 3 shots to take out a squad of 99. And then a squad of 82. Another 3 shots. And finally, that poor helpless squad of 74 soldiers. Ooh. I am horrifying by mistake there. That's why nothing's happening and we're getting the horrible noise. Luckily we didn't forget that too many times. That guy's gonna die from other things. Like guy in the blue there, I guess we could shoot him with the ship. I do notice that when the guys in the ship fire, the ship itself does get marked defective, so we might as well shoot with the ship. He is horrified. I wonder what that does to him. This unit has been hit by a Horrify attack, leaving it twice as vulnerable to argument attacks of any sort, demoralized or otherwise. I mean, he's fearless, so immune to fear-based morale attacks. I guess demoralize might start working though. I didn't think of that. If you hit Horrify and demoralize suddenly works. I'm not sure. Let's shoot him with the Sirius. There we go. Threat eliminated. One more move. We'll take a step back just in case these raptors get any idea about jumping up in the air. And then we'll watch them spread out when it switches over to turn 310. Okay, they all hopped over this way. They did rile up some of the ASI Solutions Sec Force. We also have another ship coming in here, so these things are probably the priority for us. It looks like another group has entered on that side of the map, so we're going to head over there soon. Is this the Neptune? Yep. So we'll send the Neptune over to deal with the Sec Force super cruiser that's attacking our hapless Nickelbot. We don't want to mess with all the mechs down there, but it should be okay to get some armor piercing shots on this guy. Fantastic. Okay, over here there's just raptors. I think our Nickelbots will take care of those. I want to get over to the other side. Over to here. We're coming in with a hot identity, so they're gonna turn and shoot at us probably. Oh, didn't. And then we have 3 shots here. These guys are going to be susceptible to horror because they are not security forces. It only takes 1 horror shot to take them out, so Not really any... Uh-oh. The ExoCorp Raider is shooting at Sirius, and it's going to destroy it. We better take that guy out. Is he susceptible to horror? He's stubborn. What's stubborn mean? Immune to argument-based morale attacks. So I think that means he's immune to demoralize. Yeah, but not horrify. So horrify should take him out. Only just 32%. Demoralize is going to do less. What if we just straight up shoot him? 84. So we could kill him that way, or we could be gentle and just incapacitate him with some horror. Ooh, it's going to take a lot more than 3 shots for that, though. These raptors don't seem to be able to retaliate, so we will horrify them as well. They appear to be susceptible to that, but not to arguments. Oops, that was a non-morale damage. Sorry, guys. Turns out I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get out of here. That was turn 310. Let's move on to turn 311. There's a group there. This raptor, what is it gonna do when it's all alone? Rampaging through the city. Those cars are fleeing in terror. Here we go, turn 311. And somewhere that way, out of sight, way over there, where it's going to be destroyed by our static defenses around the city. Okay, there's another group here. This group up here is spreading out. We're taking care of it though. Let's see. This one over here seems to be the immediate threat. We're just about finished with Wastelander Genome Repair. 24 turns left in the military invasion. We're making progress. Let's make sure we have the right thing selected and send it over this way. And we'll horrify these guys as well, although I do think I see Vorspur troops down there, so might have to just shoot these. Nope, these are military snipers, so we'll try the whole horrify thing again. Espia Telecom, scare him off. Let's do the same to the ExoCorp trooper. He's horrified now. I don't think that's gonna, yeah, it's still not enough to matter. And then we'll scare some of these raptors as well. Seems to take 2 shots per raptor. So we're gonna be left with 1. Liquid metal, unfortunately, is extremely short range. And the imposter here does not have a horrify attack. So we're gonna leave that last raptor alone. Maybe we'll send the whole troop ship up this direction. And the target for these should really be the raider. So I don't want to send it all the way though, because we don't really have enough mental energy left to make a prolonged fight. And we used all of these. Yep. So we're kind of out. Let's go ahead and switch to turn 312. Maybe Wastelander Genome Repair is finished. It is indeed. Project completed. Pick upgrades. 23 turns left in the invasion. We're going to pick an upgrade first. It's vehicular development. I don't know. What do you think? Carrier armor plating or hull strength armor plating. Yeah, we're using the troop ship a lot. It's pretty weak. This doesn't really do a lot for armor plating. Brings up to 74%. I guess that will stop a lot if we do a couple more of those. It might start making sense. A few raptors left. Most everything else is dead. What is Homo obscurus? They've chosen the name Homo obscurus for themselves, though decline to explain why. Building them a guest house for visits would be a nice gesture. Okay. We can make a Homo obscurus guest house using steward robotics. Great, we have plenty of those. And we might as well make it somewhere near our territory where we know we can defend it. Seems like a tiny little building. We can fit this in anywhere. Let's knock out one of these slum-looking places here. Give it some space, I guess. And then we should have a tech right there who is perfectly capable of fixing that up for us. First construction and second construction. Homo Obscurus project completed. Timeline goal, excellent. Look at that right away. Just one murder, so we have been doing great. Unfortunately, we're cursed on murders because the first, initially when we started this, it was impossible to get out of the prologue without murdering someone, which has been changed since. So we'll have to complete the no murders achievements on a different timeline. I don't think much has changed here since our last timeline goal. We've earned some, we've captured some bears. We're keeping our murder rate pretty low. We're not rescuing enough dogs, obviously. Grand and Ghostly achievement there. Complete both Homo Grandian and Homo Obscurus paths in a single timeline. Wow, in a single timeline. I'm not sure what Homo Grandian is yet, but we'll have to do it again. That's not justice. Prevented the Lost Gen kids from enacting an adolescent's idea of justice born out of trauma. Okay, so if we hadn't blown up SecForce, we would have got an achievement there. And Rebel Alliance. We have to figure out how to actually ally with the rebels. We gave them Anthro Neuroweave, but they aren't full allies. Have at least one mimic escape the city. I don't even know what a mimic is. Wow. Let's do just one more goal. Pick our upgrade. Item development will give us, I don't know, android or vehicle. Probably vehicle. We tend to use vehicle. Armor piercing more for taking out other vehicles. Achieve Desert Ghost. Complete the Homo Obscurus path of altered growth. Fantastic. We're so close to being done. Military invasion has 23 turns left. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I think we're probably just going to breeze through these turns. Let's make sure we take out the pack leaders or whatever these guys are. The ExoCorp officers, basically. The ExoCorp troopers. They seem to be the humans who are releasing the raptors, so I'm a little worried about our clearance. Is that? No, okay. We'll go here. And we will horrify these guys out of here. That's that. There are some more this way. That one's going to be killed. These two are going to be killed. What about this guy? That one is going to be killed. So all of the raptors taken care of by bulk next turn. Nothing we have to worry about. We're gonna bring our troops back home. I do see that parkour bear structure there. We're gonna go and turn that one on. Maybe time to just like cycle through these. This is a nature minder robotic. Parkour bear deploy stations 1. We have what, 5 broken, 0 installed. Weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looked like they're all finished. They're just all turned off. Okay, good. We don't want parkour bears raging around the city, except as kind of like a safety net, a deterrent of last resort. So the next few turns, I guess, maybe I'll just flip through them right now and zoom it and stop, speed it up in the video and stop it if anything interesting happens. I'm not sure if I will speed it up. Maybe we'll just keep zooming out, looking for interesting things. We did get a little stuff happening there. I'm not sure we have to deal with it. Let's just move on to turn 314. They're spreading out a bit. I think we're super safe. I think eventually we'll kill all those. Let's send a troop ship there, though. We could find the troop ship. There it is. Yeah, I'm a little worried that they're going to be destroying buildings. most of these guys are getting taken care of by other forces, so it doesn't really seem like we need to worry. As long as our stuff is protected by bulk forces, keep it kind of in our perimeter so nothing sneaks up on us. Oops, that was a mistake. Don't get out of the ship. Keep the ship selected. Close this. Select the ship. Make sure it's selected. There we go. Okay, let's go to turn 3:15. I'm gonna extend this episode a few minutes just to see if we can get through this. See if anything interesting happens, or if it takes too long. Yeah, okay. Maybe we're gonna do one more episode of this. This is another opportunity to use ammo and fire at this guy. I'm not even sure we needed 2 now because we just upgraded that. Let's send our troop ship over to this group. And we'll do some horror attacks down here. These are military snipers from OERL. Oops, we accidentally jumped out of the ship. We'll do one more attack down here, I guess. And then we'll send you back into the ship. This one is also going to jump out, so the ship's a little far away. Let's move it. Move it closer. And then let's see if we can't scare these guys off. And that's everybody. Nope, one more. Okay, I think the rest are going to be taken care of. Let's move on to turn 3:16 and watch what happens here, I guess. Alright, yeah, these guys seem to take care of the raptors, no problem. Those raptors just don't appear to be that good at much. Vorciber soldiers here. Let's deal with those. Those and those super cruisers seem to be the real threat. Vorciber soldiers can't be horrified. We're just gonna shoot them. Wow, a squad of 120. They are pulling out the stops. Oops, that was a morale attack by mistake. But we'll switch back to morale now and scare off the raptors. There we go. That's everybody who can do anything. Liquid metal turns out to be kind of useless. PMC is pretty useless as well. Maybe we could replace those. Nothing else we're gonna do this turn. No real reason to shoot these things. They're gonna get killed. Turn 3:17. Wait, 2 enemy attacks planned. Let's just double check. That is a worker PMC imposter. No big deal. We are retaliating and destroying that military troop cruiser carrier. And this war raptor is attacking our tower. Uh-oh, that can't have that. That's actually right next to our dragon. That's what our dragon's here for. Dragon knows how to deal with war raptors. And can immediately go back into hiding. Might have got a better, more panoramic view of that. But I think we all know what is hiding behind this cloud. There are a few Sec Force back up here. I'd maybe like to get somebody over there to deal with them. Maybe the dragon can. We only have 2 mental energy left though, so let's just keep an eye on these guys, I guess. I'm not sure. They do seem to be roaming. They're not really meant to be deployed in military capacity, but the city's under attack, and so they do what they must. Turn 3:17. They ran over this way, and they're attacking my troops, we're not going to be able to do very much damage to them. More Vorsiber soldiers popping out of the woodwork. 3 enemy attacks planned, 18 turns left for a military invasion. Let's see. We're going to ignore the war raptors for now, and we're going to concentrate on Vorsiber. One squad down. Second squad down. We will use morale attacks on the ExoCorp trooper as usual. Taking out one of the raptors. I think that's everybody on board's action. I guess we're gonna have the dragon head over here. Oops, that's not the dragon. We're gonna have the dragon move over this way and protect his friends. Right about there. Dragon can easily destroy these Sec Force backups. Yeah, normally I'd like to do this with Horrify attacks, but come on. It's a dragon. It's getting a from behind bonus. It is. So from behind bonus, he gets a huge bonus, but as soon as he loses his from behind, it seems like it's a lot less. We are going to take some damage to the dragon, 20% from one trooper. The guy's also not going to die, so yeah, let's watch that happen. I probably should have saved a point to make him invisible, but oops. Turn 3, 18. Dragon took a bit of damage. He's really not going to stand for that. Is this trooper going to die? No, we're going to shoot him. And then we will hide. Around the rest of the town, one new battle breaking out over there. We'll send the troop ship. "17 turns of this left. These are Vorsiber soldiers. They get the full shotgun treatment. And then switching to Horrify for the raptors. And there's no trainer over here, no trooper. Okay, that's all our energies. Few raptors accumulating in the city. Looks like the suburbanite protesters have stayed alive this whole time somehow. Turn 319. 16 to go. Not much happening in that turn. I guess we'll just take out some raptors here. I think that raptor was actually attacking our ship. Wasn't sure if they could. Take that one out. We'll take these two out. With horrifying attacks, of course. We are going to have to shoot this Sec Force Patrol, or they're going to shoot at our trip. We'll do some Horrify for that as well. They don't like that. And then one more raptor there, and then the board is clear of raptors if you take this one out. Looks like we're safe there. And we do have people on board that can attack this, right? Yes. Alright, scared it off. Troop ship is going to head back to a more centralized location. If there's a safe one. There we go. Right about there. And then we're gonna sit here and move to turn 320. A new group popped up down here. Let's go and deal with that. These are all morale victims, so easy to take out these ones by frightening them. And then, yeah, everything else we can shoot at with morale attacks, even though they're not particularly effective on these guys. Still just, you know, might as well use the non-lethal attack since they're there. That's it, 5 more turns. We'll take care of those raptors next time. I don't see anything else threatening us. There's this guy way over here. Yeah, he's not leaving his... He's a local patrol though. Let's see if anybody takes these guys out. Huh, somehow I missed a sec force backup. Luckily not shooting at us at turn 321. 14 turns to go. Ooh, a whole bunch of mechs moving in. They seem to have been riled up by something. Anything else that we need to worry about? There's a group here. Ooh, and a Sec Force Supercruiser right next to our Neptune again. Neptune, we need to get over a armor plating of 310, so large bore armor pierce. Yeah, it still takes 2. We're not quite there yet. But it only takes a couple shots after that. Over here, are we gonna worry about these? Yeah, let's do it. We'll take care of these with a Horrify. We'll leave that one, he's getting destroyed. And then speeding over to the other combat here. That's some Vorciber soldiers, it looks like. We have real bullets for you, buddies. One more. And then switching back to Horrify for the cleanup, starting with this trooper unit. And that took everything we had. I think we're pretty clear. I don't see anything else threatening us. 14 turns to go. 322, 13 turns to go. Another series of Vorciber landed here. Any more supercruisers? I don't see any, and it looks like this is the only fight that broke out this turn, so let's clean this one up with regular attacks on Vorciber first. 90 troops here, gonna take 3 shots. Another 3 shots here. And then 3 more here. Looks like they are hanging out at a cafe. That was only 2 shots on that one, so we have a couple left. We'll switch back to Horrify. We'll go for the ExoCorp trooper. Took everything we had to shoot him. I think everybody's in the ship has used their moves. There's a bunch of raptors here. I don't think they're going to be a threat. We could probably go ahead and leave. Although, I don't know, maybe I'll stick around and just end the turn here. 322. 12 turns left on the military invasion. Looks like those raptors are out of the picture. Next turn, no problem. This one almost, and nothing else. So yeah, let's just switch to turn 324. Nice, 11 turns left. We have 1 raptor left in town. He's being destroyed by a whole lot of deterrents. I'm gonna send the ship back toward the center, just because it's safer there. Maybe I'll do the same with the Neptune for now. And then we'll watch the fate of this one last raptor. running around robots. Raptors and robots, not really the greatest mix. Turn 325. 10 turns left on the military invasion. I could leave you hanging, but I think I'm going to do it. Okay, it was a mistake to move out of there because they seem to be spawning there. Let's send you back. Maybe time to turn these all into predators. Oops. Accidental morale attack. Okay, that's all the Vorcifer soldiers. Looks like there's only raptors left here. I'm gonna turn morale-based attacks back on, and we have 3 more attacks. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to jump out to do it. I don't think it's worth sending liquid metal out. What I might do, though, is we do have 5 mental energy left. You know what? It's nice having you, but we don't really need you. Is that enough for another predator? It looks like it might be. It was. Okay, predators are going to be horrifying. And that's the end of turn 325. Let's go to 326. It's 9 turns left. There's not a lot of raptors left, are there? We will hang out here regardless. We're going to send this predator back on board. Actually, whoa, that raptor's attacking us. Didn't even see it. 3 enemy attacks planned, in fact. Let's morale this one out. Get back on board the ship. There's only 1 enemy attack planned. I guess raptors can do 2. 1 more enemy attack planned here from a military troop carrier, which is just going to be destroyed by deterrence. It is going to hurt this Nickelbot, but not by much. Let's watch that battle. That's a pretty cool looking battle, right? Turn 327. Wow, where did it go? I'm not really sure. I think it got destroyed, but sort of jumped into hyperspace. 8 turns left. Nothing really happening this turn of note except for, you know, everything everywhere shooting at each other. Turn 328. 3 enemy attacks planned this turn with 7 turns left on the military invasion. We do have another super cruiser coming in. We know we can take care of those with the Neptune, no problem. Neptune is going to be careful not to anger the locals. And we will use 2 large bore armor piercing rounds. Take it out. 2 shots, no problem. Elsewhere in the city, I thought we have another little skirmish here to deal with. It's not as bad as it looks. Let's do some morale damage with predators. That guy turned around, so we lost our bonus, but he's still going down. There's 1 more here. We are fighting right next to the Aura Star, our Spectre. Spectres are pretty much for visual purposes. I mean, for reconnaissance, I guess. They're not that strong. Our troop carrier here, on the other hand, it's really good at carrying troops. There's 1 more raptor here that I can see. We will use a Horrify attack and scare it out of there. I think that's it. Yeah, there's nothing else attacking us. Let's go on to turn 329. 6 more turns on the military invasion. Nothing at all happened to scare us that turn, so we'll do one more skip to 3:30. 5 turns to go. It's nighttime now. Yeah, no other troops coming in. There is a rebel gunslinger out there wearing our Enthro Neuroweave. Just gonna hover here, turn 331. There's a group there. It looks like our dragon might be able to deal with that. Although the dragon is killy. How does the dragon look against Vorsiper soldiers? That's a good question. I guess he's okay. He only gets 4 shots. 1, 2, 3. He's capable of killing 1, and then we'll send him back to Mercurial form and clean up with the actual troop ship. Four mental energy to get out this far. That's not too bad. I think we'll be safe here. That's actually not the ship that we're moving though. Let's fix that. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's going to take 2 moves. Luckily, it's only going to take 2 mental energy to get there, actually. And then shooting Vorsiper over and over again without morale damage. Little donut shop there. Hopefully it's Danver. Turn on Horo 5 for our next attacks. We will take some thinning of the ranks on the raptors. And there we go. That was turn 331. Let's move on to 332. 4 turns left. 3 turns left. Military invasion. Got 3 enemy attacks planned. It looks like some raptors got close enough to threaten us. Can't have that. One more. Way over here. What is happening? Oh, we've got an area effect attack that is hitting the worker. Nothing we're gonna do about that. I don't really want to rile up the security forces here any more than we need to. We do have some more here to deal with. I didn't notice. More Vorsiper troops right on the other side of these buildings. We'll send the ship in a little closer. And hopefully we have some shots left. There we go, switching back to Horror 5 for the raptors again. Oops. Forgot to horrify it. Oh well, killed some, no big deal. I don't think it's penalizing us for murders for this. It's worth keeping in practice though. That's it. Let's see. 1 enemy attack planned. I missed this. Oh right, no, that's this area effect attack. We'll watch that as we turn to turn 333. 2 more turns left in the military invasion. Boom. We did lose our first worker in a while. 2 turns left. It's getting close. This is very promising. 1 more raptor there. Let's chase it down. Actually, we'll chase it down with the dragon. It's in the airport though. Maybe it'll be okay. We'll try to stay out of the airport. But we will kill the raptor that's in the airport. Or try. Why can't I shoot? There you go. Yeah, they don't like us being up there invisible, so we'll turn it off. Luckily saved some actions to turn invisible again. That's pretty much it. there's nothing else to fight out here. We've staunched the invasion 2 more turns. 334, and it's 1 more turn of military invasion. That sounded like a big turn. I don't see anything though. Dragon will be fine there. Hopefully none of the incoming spaceships or aircraft or whatever hit it. I don't think there's anything for us to do this turn either, so we're just gonna hang out by the tower, watch things go by, and turn 335, completing the military invasion. Huh. Kind of expect project completion there. I mean, it wasn't a project, I guess. It was just military invasion was happening. Alright, well, it's kind of anticlimactic, if I must say. What we're going to do next time, I think we're going to call next time Season 2. We're going to start a new timeline. There's nothing else to do here. I guess we could look for contemplation. Yeah, the only contemplation left is Revelation and the nicotine introduction. Revelation, I guess we're going to leave that for the Season 2 in the second timeline. Hopefully, my hope here is what we've got going on in this timeline, a cyberocracy, enough infrastructure to support our neural expansion to intelligence class 4. Hopefully a lot of that carries over to the next timeline and we can make it to the next intelligence class. I also hope that you're going to be there with me for that, because that's the end of this episode. Don't forget to click that like button for me. Leave a comment if you want to tell me your thoughts about what we should do for Season 2. Hopefully the new timeline is significantly different enough to keep it entertaining. We've pretty much did everything I could possibly think to do in this one. I think maybe we missed a couple conversations. And there were definitely ways we could have done it differently, but I had a blast. The machine intelligence is gaining sapience. Soon it will be able to take over the universe. Till then, this has been Corknut playing Heart of the Machine. See you next time. Bye-bye.